I like this from Daisy Luther from the Organic Prepper. This is why we are armed, and shows the Black Friday masses. It's important to prep. You probably already know this, or you wouldn't be here reading an article on a site like this. You know you need to stockpile food, fuel, medicine, supplies, and other necessities. But just as important are the so-called beans and band-aids is the ability to protect it. That's where the bullets come in. Some people don't really get into the weapons and defense part of prepping. They think it's enough to have a supply of food and water to see them through a month or two of disruptions. Their plan is to simply lay low and stay out of dangers. They think that learning to use a weapon, stockpiling ammo, and making sure your family members are also able to defend themselves is just going overboard. They chuckle about those preppers who are expecting a Mad Max scenario and figure that the stuff that movies are made of is what would these people act like over something that was actually a matter of life and death. These shoppers were willing to trample, shove, punch, kick, and otherwise beat the crap out of their fellow man just to get a deal on a Christmas present. Yesterday in his annual Running of the Sheep video montage, Mark Slavo shared videos of people fighting over sale-priced panties, hurling garbage cans, and someone who took a taser to the chest over a bargain on a TV. Now, think about this. What if there were no food? What if the grocery store was cleaned out and there was no sign of it restocking anytime soon? How would this same throng of people behave to get the last loaf of bread or case of canned goods? What would they do if they knew you had food in your home while they had nothing? I think we all know the answer to that question. If people are willing to assault another human being over a pair of panties, they will definitely lay siege to your home if you have food and they do not. Not only would we have hungry entitlement crowd to deal with, but we can also add in the plain old ticked-off people who destroy property just for the sheer fun of it. See Ferguson, Missouri for more information about the joy of wholesale rioting and destruction. I mean, that's, you can stockpile until you have a decade of supplies put back, but if you can't defend it, you don't actually own it. You only have it because no one has bothered taking it away from you yet. You have what you have based on the goodwill of others who are stronger, greater in number, and better armed. You have to look at the psychology of this. People can justify pretty much anything when they or their children are starving, and I can understand that to a large degree. Who could stand to watch their baby suffering? But if someone can devolve to the absolute degree just to get $10 off a flat-screen TV that they will still be able to acquire at another time, the chaos we saw above is only a tiny sample of what is to come. Think about the movie The Hunger Games. The violence at the cornucopia is pretty much just an armed version of Black Friday. And some people act like this for fun. Some people are just waiting for the opportunity to behave in that fashion. They love to act like that every single day, but they don't want to spend the rest of their lives in jail. But when a verdict gets rolled out, when a storm takes out the power, when a disaster strikes, they delight in the chance to rob, pillage, loot, and burn. Who can forget the day before Superstorm Sandy hit the East Coast when thugs were coordinating looting rampages via Twitter? This is your early warning. So many times when interviewed after a disaster, people talk about being shocked at the behavior of others. Their level of cognitive dissonance has lulled them into thinking that we're safe and that we live in a civilized country. They're unwilling to accept that civilization was only a veneer, even when the evidence of that is right in front of them, aiming a gun at their faces, lighting their homes on fire, or raping their daughters. Accept it now, and you'll be a lot better off when the shit hits the fan. Look at the two examples that have occurred over the last week, the riots in Ferguson and the madness of Black Friday shopping. Then tell me how civilized our country is. So how do you stay safe in the aftermath of a disaster? A few simple strategies can help you to stay safer. Don't be where other people are. A lot of danger can be avoided by simply staying home, and here's where your preps come in. If you have supplies, you have absolutely no need to go where the hordes are to line up to get more. Trust me when I tell you, it won't be an orderly line for long. The doors will open and everyone will want to be first. Someone will cut in front of someone else. The food will run out before they get to everyone who is waiting for a handout. It doesn't take much to incite a crowd of stressed out waiting people into a ravening mob. And keep your home secure at all times. So you're staying home, as per the above advice. Make your home look like the one on the street that would be the most difficult to breach. And here are some tips to make your home less of a target. Keep all the doors and windows locked. Fences and gates that lock are another deterrent. Keep the curtains closed. Don't answer the door. Keep your pets indoors. The curtains closed one is important. You really don't want anyone to see that you're in there even. So any light that escapes is just going to be like a beacon. 911 is not a viable option. I don't even think it's a viable option now. Cops come to your house and shoot you. But especially not if, stuff's going down. I mean, in reality, what's probably going to happen is the police and the military, if shit really hits the fan, are just going to clear out neighborhoods block by block. So you'll see them marching down the street, going door to door, taking people out of their homes, sending them on buses somewhere. Be ready to defend your home. If, despite your best efforts, your property draws the attention of people with ill intent, police or otherwise, you must be ready to defend your family and your home. You've done all you can. You've stayed home. You've tried to avoid attracting undue attention. You're minding your own business. If trouble bursts through your door, you must meet force with force. In this situation, the lives of your family depend on your ability and willingness to protect them. It's very important to make your defense plan well before you need one. Be armed. This is the part of preparedness that some people find very uncomfortable. Well, you have to get over that. If an intruder breaches your home, there really are only two options. You must be prepared to defend your family, or you must be prepared to bow down and be a victim. So check out the whole article. There's more to it, and there's videos and more pictures of sheeple stampeding for TVs and stuff. Alright, thanks for watching.